Shakespeare said that brevity is the wit of the soul. So I believe that, so we're going to keep short. But I did want to get a couple of points across, especially since being from the business community, I thought it was important to share some thoughts I had about both Mary Pat and Caroline, who have both become very good friends. And not only that, they're just great legislators and great people as well. So with that said, I just want to recognize them, as I said, as friends and as legislators for Monmouth County. We're truly blessed to know that, you know, we have people like this that are still stepping up and making a difference. And as an entrepreneur, I can see there's a lot of stresses out there with the workplace especially, and especially here in New Jersey. Not just the fact that we live here, but even from a national perspective. There's a lot of squeeze on business, there's a lot of squeeze on wealth in this state, and a lot of it's leaving, unfortunately. And we've seen a mass exodus over the last decade for sure. And I even heard last night we were talking about a well-known franchise owner who's decided to pick up roots and leave the state. And also a large hedge fund manager who decided to lift up, take his wealth, and leave the state. And I think what people don't realize often is that when those things happen, somebody's got to bear the burden of those losses in our tax base. And what happens is that burden becomes the people, us. So when businesses suffer, the community suffers, in my opinion. And what happens is a lot of people just don't get it, that I think that the entitlement mentality and the tax and spend mentality just is not going to get us out of our issue. There's no doubt about that. And because of that, we have to realize that the government can never give you anything they don't first take away. So with that in mind, if people would kind of get that mentality, I know these guys understand that very clearly, we would see a growth back in New Jersey again. We would attract business to come back here. Instead of people trying to find reasons to leave, they'd find all the good reasons to stay. And I know Mary Pat and Caroline are in that direction, in that frame of mind, and they've been a huge help to us. You know, business is important. In Jeff Van Duser's book, Why Business Matters, when business produces material things that enhance the welfare of community, they're engaged in work that matters to God and matters to the community. And I think that's what's important about business. It's much more than just making dollars and cents. A great example here is Ed Brock and this great facility. A lot of people may not know, but he has facilities around the state. He employs people around the state. Him, Jeannie, Linda, Ed Jr., they're just hard-working, ground-up people. If you think of salt-of-the-earth people, it's always Ed. And not only is Brock a mainstay here on Route 9, but a lot of people don't realize the impact it has to our community. The business, the jobs are obvious. The revenues and taxes are obvious. More obvious than we like, right, Ed? But also, it's the community aspect, the interaction of the give back. And I know Ed and his family have given so much to Monmouth County and to other places around the state, all for the betterment of others. And of course, if this type of commitment to our community is not recognized, is not strengthened, is not bolstered, what will they do? People who have success, when they're squeezed, they have two choices. They either stop producing or they pick up their marbles and they go somewhere else. And that's what unfortunately has happened many times in New Jersey. But I give kudos to Ed and other people who are wise enough to stay here, stick it out, and realize that because of people like Mary Pat and Caroline and so many others that we have in legislation, not as many as we'd like, we want to get more there, that with this frame of mind, that we can overcome these challenges and move on and really get to the place where we want to be. And I just like to make a note that, you know, all of this to me as a business owner just sounds like common sense. But unfortunately, common sense is not that common today, especially in government in many areas. Present company excluded, right? And that's another reason why we need people with wisdom who understand these factors and understand these balances and are most importantly willing to make the hard decisions. Because to the general public, these decisions don't always make sense, right? But it is for their betterment. And I think that's one of the reasons why we are a republic. The founding fathers knew very clearly that they needed people of wisdom in legislation to help people with their decisions, to help people go in the right direction. And I'm glad to see that we're blessed with these two women to make those things happen. And I just wanted to end with, and I wanted to read it because it really is from my heart and I don't want to forget it, but Mary Pat and Caroline are both common sense people, but they're also grounded in faith and they're grounded in strength as leaders. They're grounded in the faith in God, they're grounded in their faith in our Constitution, they're grounded in the faith of our community. And we hold you highly because you have that faith and that you are grounded that you're going to deliver on all the things that we're so much praying for and hoping for that you will. So God bless you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we wish you great things.
Thank you so much.